Hello, good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Hi, Tia, how are you? Good morning, Kelly, how are you? Hello, how are you, Sam? Good afternoon. Hi, the sir, how are you? I hope everybody's having a good day. I've had a very busy day, very long day, but a good day. Hi, Becca, how are you? Hi, Shell. Hi, Trish, how's it going? So how are you all feeling since 11/11, right? November 11th yesterday? Did you feel anything happen? Do you feel the Mercury retrograde? What is the vibe in the air? I'm really curious. Do you feel tired? Oh, I appreciate you too, Becca. I'm beaming too. Whenever I talk to you, I always smile and I'm so happy. We're going to check some of the energies and see how things are going. I've got a few theories about what's going on lately that we can talk about. I know it's been a very busy time. I feel like I've been extremely busy, like just crazy busy. But all for good reason, right? I think we're shifting a lot these days. And something that came up in my session today that I thought was important to pass along is that it really does feel like there is this timeline shift. And I know I've seen videos about this. You may have seen videos too. Hi, Julie. There's this energy. Thank you, Renata. There's this energy right now that almost feels like it's this or it's that. It's all or nothing. It's that split between, are you in the new or are you in the old? Are you stuck on old stories or are you going to another level? It kind of feels like there's no in between right now. So I'm really curious to know how you're feeling, if that makes sense. But I feel like there's a very definitive divide, even, if that makes sense. So it's, hi, Lucia. I'm well, thank you. How are you? It feels like a lot of us have to, yeah, you feel that way, Tia? Okay, so it definitely feels like we're in this position right now where we have to figure things out. Like we cannot sit on the fence anymore. There's got to be a decision about this or that. Stay in this or move into that. And it's important right now. Can't sit on the fence. Exactly. Preparation before the timeline split. But it almost feels like we're already in that splitting because I feel like the pressure is really mounting here. You think you're in the dark night of the soul? And sometimes that's necessary. Like in some of my videos, I've been saying, how are you doing, Mike? In some of my videos, I've been saying, you have to let the tower moment happen if it's necessary. Yeah, Becca just said, yes, I feel the split already. Like, I think we're already in the split. How are you, Kat? Like, I think it's already happening. You may not recognize it, but it is. It's pushing us. Hi, Jen. No, I haven't pulled any cards yet. It's good to see you too, Lucia. Yeah, Judgment card, Tarot de la Nuit, last look. You got it. Hi, Connie. It's that last little look above your shoulder. But on the other hand, there's no doubt. There's no doubt where you're going. You have to do it, even when you don't want to do it. You know, even when you don't want to make the move, you've got to. Or how many of you feel, hi Lynn, how many of you feel like you've got to do something that you know you don't want to do, but it's good for you? That's how I would describe it. Hi Adam, how are things in the UK? Hi Lorraine. Like you just got to do it. Like it hurts sometimes to make tough decisions, but you know you've got to. So Tilda, we're doing a general collective reading. I do offer private readings if somebody wants to do a private reading, available through my website. But right now we're going to do a general collective reading. Hi, Marcy. How are you? Yeah, getting ready to lock in our answer, Nick. You got it. Yeah, Becca just said, are we in the old or are we in the new? Never felt so relevant. And I was just saying how annoying that line can be. Are you in the old or are you in the new? Like I repeat myself like nonstop. But there's truth to it, because if you want new things, you have to spark new energy. If you don't do anything new, how can anything change? You don't want to do it, but you'll do it. Yeah, Juan, exactly. Yeah, the rain is about, so Adam, if you've been having a lot of rain, I mean, rain is so symbolic, right? Purification, letting something go, you know, cleansing. Things are good, Adam. Things are good in my world. I'm very happy. I have no complaints. I'm very busy, but I feel very happy. I feel very content. Salut, Mathieu. Ça va bien? Yeah, we love the new en français. Whole other meaning, right? Hi, Jennifer. How are you? So, yeah, I mean, is it raining and snowing there? You got what we got the day before. The cats are good, Lucia. Cats are good. How are you doing? Yeah, November rain, Mike. There you go. You're in Quebec? Yeah, it's snowing in Quebec. Yeah. Oui, je parle français. Je suis, je suis prof de français à l'école. You love listening to the rain. Yeah, the rain can be very, very peaceful, right? Very peaceful. Oh my gosh, I have to tell you something that's so funny. At school now, when I do like calf duty, I get kids who come up to me and they go, "Are you the TikTok teacher?" Are you the? I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so sweet, but now more than ever, they know what I do. Oh, you can learn, Marcy. You can learn. Yeah. Like it's sweet. Like it's sweet for them to say, "Oh, you're the TikTok teacher." It's very cute, but at the same time, it's like there's a line, there's a professional line here. Hi, Milo. Thank you. Oh, that's okay, Lynn. That's okay. No, Adam, not that kind of, please, no, 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 not that kind. Okay, there we go. The live quit for whatever reason at that moment. Your hair is behaving today. No rain, please. Totally get it. Totally get it. You're learning Spanish? Amazing. Your son came home from the Marines and surprised his little sister at school. Oh, that's so sweet, Jen. I'm so happy to hear that. That's lovely. Yeah, that timing was hilarious. It sure was, wasn't it? Thank you, Juan. I appreciate it. I know you're playing. Adam, there's no that's something that we don't play. We don't play that topic. Yeah, you like snow. Yeah, snow is all right as long as I don't have to drive in it, right? Yes, the professional line, but they recognize in a good light on TikTok. Yes, they've been very sweet about it. Oh, thank you, Tilda. Hi, Cass. Thank you, Nick. So yeah, tell me, everybody, what's your word of the day? What are you feeling? What's the vibe? What's the vibe today? Let's check. You feel nervous? You feel something brewing? You feel love? Oh, I'm so happy to hear that, Lucia. That's wonderful. You feel happy, Jennifer. I'm so happy to hear that. I'm happy you're happy. Becca said pentacles. Yes, 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 yes. Earth energy, tangible things. You feel anxious? Hi, Dexter. You're okay, so about a deal that's coming up tomorrow? Everything will be okay. Listen, the best, one of the best pieces of advice is nothing that's meant for you is ever going to pass you by. Right? Nothing that's going to pass you by. Nothing is meant for you. You can't worry about the who, what, when, where, why, and how. You've got to basically go with things and see where it takes you. You know? Your words today, cognitive dissonance. Yep. Totally understand. Hi, Steph. So you're new, Jess? Nice to see you. Welcome. Tired. You didn't sleep well last night. I had a bit of a weird sleep. Like the last few nights, I've had like, crazy dreams, or even this morning, I woke up like the cats to feed the cats, but like normally I wake up like an hour before I actually have to get up to feed them because they drive me crazy. But lately I've been waking up a little bit earlier than that, like 3:30. And I was like, oh, but 3:30 is like witching hour, right? That's the time of the night where you get the most messages, or the most, I don't know, information. So, hi Franklin, how are you? Yeah, learning about it is helping your journey. That's good. Thank you. Thank you. I'm well, thank you. Okay, let's get some cards. I do have some food on order. I have volleyball tonight as well, so I can't stay on super, super long. Yeah, the veil is thin. It sure is. Ambiguous, Marcy, today? Lucia, you had a weird dream? Hi, Tamara. I'm well, thank you. How are you? Yeah, 3 a.m., Nick? Mm-hmm. Hi, Ingrid. How are you? Okay, let's see what is the current energy today. Ah, the Magician, Mercury. Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrograde. So, be mindful of your thoughts, your feelings, your words, and your actions, because boy, do they matter right now. Your ears are ringing like crazy. Yeah, Kat, you're getting messages. Yeah, and 3 to 3:30, exactly. Hi, Tanis, how are you? You slept like a baby, Trish? I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that. So the Magician is communication. It's Mercury. We have Mercury retro. Are people popping up from the past? Anybody trying to contact you and see where you're at? Hey, the famous ones. We haven't talked about those in a while. Hey, hey, stranger. Hey there, wild thing. We haven't talked about that one in a long time. There is an infinity symbol on that card. There is infinite possibilities, right? Hi, Anne. Hi, Cole. How are things in New Zealand? Thank you, Tamara. I appreciate it. You heard someone call your name in the middle of the night at 2:30? Interesting. Do you recognize the voice, or was it just random? Becca just said X is in my dreams, but that's fine. Does that mean as long as they stay there kind of thing? Wild thing, now you have it stuck in my head. There's a story. The reason why I said wild thing is because years ago, and this is like a long time ago, like it's such a turnoff. So please don't follow this advice ever. Hi Lucy, how are things in the UK? One time somebody decided to write me like, I don't know, like 9 months later than a date, and wrote in my DM. This is the opening line that is 9 months later, approximately 9 or 10 months later. And they said something like, hey there, wild, hey there, wild thing. I mean, like, I'm embarrassed. I'm actually embarrassed for them, number one. And I'm embarrassed that that's even like written to me, because I'm thinking to myself, what are you referring to? Like, what is it that you think was so, I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know. But all I can say is writing that to somebody that you barely, like, you don't even talk to, it's a little bit like, I don't want to say offensive, but it's like, whoa, that's not how I would open the conversation. So, but that's just me. I don't recommend that to anybody. Yeah, a little bit of a red flag. Yeah, I'd say so. Like, you couldn't say, hey, Kelly, it's been a while. How you doing? Hey there, wild thing. Oh God. Gee, thank you. Gee, thank you. That makes me really want to reply, like it turned me on. Like it was just so appealing. A little creepy, Lucy. Yeah, it's a little bit, it's a secondhand embarrassment. You've got it. Yeah, it's oh boy. Yeah, I don't recommend using that line on anybody. So let's see. The flag, recognition. I think someone is going to have some recognition right now about a conversation. Like, I almost feel like something you talked about a while ago didn't make sense, but is going to suddenly, and maybe that's because of retrograde in the sense of, reevaluation, redoing, anything, right? That's what retrograde is about. You would say, hello, Dud. I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything. I don't even know if I opened the message. I think well, I probably did. I think I left it on red. I was just like, no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. No. Like, oh, you had someone do that to you. They called you sugar. Sorry, sorry. Did you just say sugar britches? That's, I'm sorry. That just really made me laugh. That just really made me laugh. Make a wish. Okay, Tara, I'm gonna make a wish. Hold on. Did you know this person, Marcy? Did you know this person? I mean, I don't know if. Oh my. Oh my. That is really like sugar. Britches, breeches. I mean, like it could be like it depends on the pronunciation, but like you had a similar message recently, and your reply was "ooh, yeah." I mean, maybe we should share some of our worst like DMs, but like, yeah. I mean, that is that is so like, oh my gosh. How to say you're from the South without saying you're from the South? Is that something from the South, Mike? I don't know. Like I'm just thinking to myself, that is, yeah, that's a no. I don't know about you, but that's a no. That's a no for me. That's a hey there, wild thing kind of vibe, right? Is it okay? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Okay, potential or challenge today. Page of Pentacles, studying or learning. The potential right now, I've been recommending to a lot of people lately to study and learn. Oh, okay, so yours was not safe. Okay, NSFW. Okay, so yeah, but it was creepy. Yeah, we don't like any kind of creepy DMs. Oh, you've heard that your whole life? Okay, in North Carolina or Tennessee. See, I'm not, I'm not aware. It's not something I think we would say here, but it's possible. I don't know. Here comes Taro. Hi, Taro. Hi, little boy. You want to come say hi? Everybody's been asking about you, and maybe I should take this opportunity. I should take this opportunity for you. He's like, must I? Must I? Everybody's been wanting to see you, and Dana's gonna wish she had seen you. This is Jimmy's boy. Jimmy sent him. I know he did. I don't know. He's not really complaining. He's not trying. He's flexing his paws. And he's purring. And he's purring. His name is Taro. His name is Taro. Look, he's flexing his little paws. Yeah, Jimmy definitely sent him. He definitely sent him. You're a good little man, aren't you? You're my baby. He's kind of relaxing. He doesn't really like to be held. But right now, I think he's getting a taste of camera life. Hi, Miro, how are you? So this is Jimmy's, like I said, Jimmy passed away in May. And I swear, okay, you're done. Okay, go. I swear that Jimmy sent him. Definitely sent him my way. I'm well, Miro. It's been a really busy time. How about you? Yeah, it does feel like he was looking right at you guys for sure. He reminds you of Jimmy? I think so too. Taro is beautiful. He's his own, person. Hi, Elise. How are you? He's his own, is his own kitty, but I definitely think that he was sent. Who was Jimmy? So Lucy, my cat Jimmy that I had for 10 years, unfortunately passed away in May. And now it's like his name is Taro. It's like Taro has embodied Jimmy. Our old pets somehow send us new pets, if that makes sense. you know? I can definitely see the energy there. Oh, Mike, there you go. That's a perfect one. I missed seeing your comment a second ago. Your cat is reincarnated. I definitely feel like that happens. Yeah, the loss of a family member, it is very tough. And then my cat, Pandora, passed away in September. So I've lost 2 cats this year. And now I just have Karma and Taro, and they're in love with each other. They're boyfriend, girlfriend. I swear, I'm like a third wheel with them. So the challenge right now might be saying goodbye to something. And this is what I was talking about earlier about like timeline shifting. And Miro, I'd be curious if you're still here to know if you feel the same way, that there's kind of like this, yeah, she passed away in September. It's tough. It's tough. But yeah, Matt, I know. Thank you. That it almost feels like we're in an all or nothing. We have to say goodbye to the old, right? We can't linger in the middle right now. I know. Pandy was the purest of pure soul. And it was her time, you know? Oh, thank you, Marcy. I appreciate it. Let's see, Miro's gonna join me here. Hi, Miro. How are you?
Hello.
What's new?
Uh, should I even start?
Well, there's so many things. So hold on, YouTube and Instagram. I'm on TikTok live with my friend Miro, astrologer, tarot card reader, master of many things. So you can hear him, but you just won't be able to see him, just so you guys know. I can't stay on super, super long. Miro and I could talk for hours, but Miro, is there something to this energy right now where you feel like that timeline split where it's all or nothing, where you either got to make a move or I don't want to say, it's not suffer the consequences, but stay in whatever is hurting?
I think I was looking through aspects a little bit. I mean, not a little bit, so much because I finally get back to track with my business and everything because
Yes.
finally I finished the renovation of my apartment.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing with the aspects is almost like, we are in a Scorpio season, yet we are in a Libra somehow.
Yes.
And it feels like what you mentioned, all or nothing.
Yeah.
And plus, on all of that, we are having, Jupiter being exalted in Cancer, plus being retrograde, which means that we are having right now the expansion of our inner
Yes.
world. And because we are having the expansion of our inner world, it's almost like imagine a house and you are ruining down certain wall and you figure it out that you are having like I don't know how many square feet of space
Mm-hmm.
that it's literally like dust and everything. You need to clean it, cleanse it, whatever. So right now it's almost like we are getting rid of the things that we thought it was the necessary.
Yeah.
But yet it's literally purging us. I almost wanted to say, and I mentioned that to my other client, with the butterfly effect.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
know? It's
Yes.
almost like purging us in a way of, it's almost like we are striving for many things in our life, and maybe we want something, I don't know, the perfume or whatever, and we hold on that perfume so much,
Yes.
yet is that because of the lack of our vision
Yes.
and horizons, or is that because we actually like it? So I think that right now the universe is erasing, deleting from the timeline everything that is not suiting us anymore, in order with our obviously soul growth and everything.
Yeah, it's interesting because I almost feel like I said this earlier, that you almost have to do what you don't want to do. Like if you have to let go of something and you've been dreading it or you've been avoiding it, it's like you have to stay true to what you know, and you have to just do the tough things, you know?
We are getting back on track. That's it. Because, I was having a really long pause, almost 2 months I didn't work. It actually really helped me because mentally I feel so restless right now. Like
Yeah.
I'm so full of energy.
Yeah.
But when it comes to
Hi, Anki.
physical, I was
Hi,
like,
Linda.
okay, I need a physical workout and things
Yes.
like that in
Yeah.
order to, peace my mind. But to be honest, when I saw in what season I'm entering, actually, I was like, okay, it's challenging,
Mm-hmm.
much challenging than everything that we actually,
Hi,
sort of
Julia.
speaking, had the whole year, even maybe the previous year as well.
Yeah.
But it's actually pretty beautiful thing, like having that
Hi,
freedom. I
Elizabeth.
mean, me as an Aquarius, I love freedom and all of those stuff.
Yep.
But I love freedom from, trash, the
Yes.
freedom from negativity, freedom from old belief system that is literally like a rock in a shoe. So yeah, it's really liberating.
Do you have your decks with you?
I have some new
Decks with an E,
decks.
decks with an E. Do you have,
Definitely, yeah.
do you have your decks with you? I because these cards that I just took a second ago was like Page of Pentacles and like, studying or learning, also saying goodbye. And the advice I've been giving to people a lot lately is to study new things, learn new information, take a course if you want to take a course. I mean, I'm a glutton for punishment. I'm taking 3 courses starting in January. I just finished a course. I'm taking a mini course starting in, I don't know, November 20th. So like, I'm all about learning right now, like as much as I possibly can. So I'm advising people to learn new things so that it can allow you new opportunities or things to open up for you.
Funny thing with
Yeah.
Mercury being retrograde and plus Jupiter being retrograde is that the both of them are actually talking about wisdom, knowledge,
Yes.
things like that.
Yes.
So when planet is retrograde, that means that it's going inwards, it's going backwards, which means that we are actually now listening. We're being not listening. It's not about the choice. We're now in our 95 subconscious mind.
Yes.
Currently, we're just the observers, nothing else.
Yes.
Plus, we are going to, raise up the consciousness of striving the things that soul asks for.
Yes.
You know,
Yep.
whatever the soul needs. For example, that can be the urge to learning new things, as you
Yep.
mentioned. I mean, I'm even starting some new project that I didn't even consider starting a
Yeah.
new project in this year at all. And I was like, out of nowhere, like,
Yeah.
empty paper. Let me
Yeah. Let
write
me do
something.
this. Let me try. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden, I have a new project in front of me, and I was like, okay, let's go in a test zone.
Yep.
In a test zone, it gives me so much answers, and I was like, okay, this is for people, and that wasn't my plan. So
Right.
that is the interesting thing about, everything that it has to do with organizations and things like that. So don't plan, feel it. That's
Yes.
the point of
I
this season.
agree. I agree. Let's see what we need to focus on today, Miro. What's the focus at the moment?
How many decks with an E you're using?
Sorry, what decks am I using?
No, how many?
Oh, sorry. I'm using 2 decks.
Okay.
I won't make any jokes. I was gonna make some jokes. I won't. I have one on each side of me here. I've got, you know. Oh, that's a
Nice.
beautiful deck. What deck is this that you have?
This is actually, sorry, one
Hi, Jane.
second. This is the Real World Tarot.
Oh, I want it because that beautiful horse in there is gorgeous. I grew up with horses, so it really spoke to me. The weird world tarot?
Tarot, yeah.
Okay, I'll ask you later. I'll message you and ask you for sure because I'll probably forget. But
You'll see more cards.
I got the King of Wands. So King of Wands, purpose and passion, right? This is like, what are we doing to spark that energy? You got the
And the
Knight.
Knight of Cups.
Wow, no surprise.
So this is about the offer. What kind of offer do we do for ourselves in order to strive for a certain goal?
Yeah, I like that. I like that. It's also about opening our hearts, It doesn't even have to be romantically. It's the idea of really opening the heart to new possibilities, right? What are you passionate about? And well, there's some passion in the pants right there. One of the most famous, it's not the most famous, but it's similar. It's the fireworks card, which is, explosive, hot energy. It says wild, passionate feelings. So King of Wands doesn't surprise me.
And why am I always the opposition of what we were talking? Like, we're
Yeah.
already like entering that mode. I have the card triggers.
Oh, but that's the whole point. Love and opening yourself up and passion triggers people. The only way to get better is to go through the triggers, to get better with the triggers, right?
Exactly. So maybe over here is the question, because here it says flashbacks, trauma bond, inner child wounds, and attracting toxic. So why do we attract toxic? When we offer and give ourselves the Knight of Cups and
Yeah,
heal that, maybe we will not have the negative triggers, because every single time when somebody says trigger,
yeah,
they're like, oh my God, that's something negative. It
yeah.
not necessarily needs to be.
No, no. Triggers, there's a lot of blessing in triggers. And something that I said, I don't know if you heard me say it when you came in. I've been repeating that sometimes we have to let the tower moment happen. Oh, that's beautiful. I love that. We have to let the tower moment happen because that triggering is actually what can rebuild and recalibrate us. So if we're avoiding the tower moment, we're actually not going to get the result that we are desiring. We have to get the low in order to get the high again, right? So interesting. Let's see what the recent past is. Recent past. Ah, Wheel of Fortune. There's that Jupiter energy, right? Growth, expansion, good luck. And the ladybug, right? Beautiful.
Five of Pentacles.
You always, it's funny. Miro, for those of you that don't know, when Miro and I pull cards together, it's usually this way where one of us has one side and the other has the other. And then we look at how they connect to each other. Because I've been saying to people, take yourself out of the cold. When I see the Five of Pentacles now, I almost automatically go to, okay, why are you in negative thoughts? Because Five of Pentacles can be negative thinking, but it can also be this idea of like, well, everybody's left me. I'm out in the cold. I'm on the outside. I'm on the outside looking in. Well, take yourself out of that position. That's how I look at it. You can shift things. Don't fight the shift.
Wheel of Fortune for me, from my perspective,
Yeah.
it's always like about femininity, like feminine energy,
Yeah.
like because that's the, like everything that is going into motion. But when it comes to Five of Pentacles in original deck, it's actually like the woman is leaving the man behind, which means
Yeah.
that we
Thank
need
you.
to heal or maybe focus much more on our feminine energy inside us, because that's the creation.
Yes.
Creation of the Wheel of Fortune that can
Yes.
turn in our favors.
Yes, you got it. A comment on YouTube said, bring yourself inside and give yourself a cup of tea and a blanket. Exactly. Be kind to yourself. Be good to yourself. Take care of yourself. And the ballet shoes is about stamina and endurance, right? It's about pushing through even when things are difficult. What'd you get?
You need to ground yourself because I have the anchor.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. But you know what the anchor says also, though? The anchor can be a feeling of being stuck as well. And so, like, the anchor can be stability, but it can also be like feeling weighed down or heavy and feeling left out in the cold. So that's why it depends on your perspective. Somebody could be, needing that grounding, but they can also feel very weighed down and in one position.
Chained up.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
Let's,
basically, we all need to understand and to realize who is driving that boat.
yes,
Because if you're having a celebration of housewives on a boat, like that's a crazy thing, because you don't know what they feel about you and
Right.
what they do behind your back.
Right.
So I think that right now we need to open our eyes and to. That's the reason why Jupiter is retrograde and Mercury as well, because we are reflecting, we are looking into ourselves.
There are two cards from the Arcanum deck that are somehow in this deck and that just ended up on top. And now I'm almost curious what they are. King of Pentacles and Six of Wands. So as a side message, I mean, it's a long journey, but there's victory here. The more you push through, the more you go through the tough times, the more you're going to get your abundance. Wow, that's random. The strength position today is Knight of Wands, passion in the pants. So definitely some passionate energy, but we have to make sure the motivation, you got the tower, the tower. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I know. I know. It's amazing because if we don't maintain the motivation, the tower moment can come right in, right? Hi, Susan. Yeah, that's an interesting energy.
Maybe it's already, maybe everything is like, I mean, not maybe, everything is like pre-made,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's almost like a necessary thing in order
is.
for us to have that tower collapse, because,
Yeah.
of our ego, of our upgrade, level up, ascension, whatever, you can name it.
Well, interesting. This says emotionally opening up. The pearl, like this is the fear that people have is vulnerability and being open to things. And that's what I've been saying actually for the last while. We have to open up. We cannot keep ourselves closed because it's almost like the more closed you become or what you resist, it persists. We have to allow ourselves to open up a little bit here and there.
We need to
Just a
make a
good decision.
decision.
Yep. Are you in the old or are you in the new? We talked about this the moment I came on today. That's what I mean by the timeline shift or this all or nothing. You have to decide. You can't sit on the fence anymore. What energy are you choosing, right? Because we make a choice. Not making a decision is making a decision, right? So we have to look to,
I noticed actually that people right now, especially in the last 2 months,
yeah.
are dividing so much
Yes, I
into
agree.
groups and little groups, big groups.
Yes.
Everybody's like, you are with us or without us or
Yep.
against us, something like that. And I was like, what what is with all that divide? Like basically we all strive for certain goals in our life. Maybe your goal is not similar to mine, that's totally fine.
Yeah.
But the thing with the groups, what's the tricky thing? In a groups, we can sometimes a little bit lose our identity,
Yes.
our individual energy, because you are the part of many. I mean,
Yes.
we are one soul
Yes.
experiencing, like lifetime in millions and millions of little souls that actually us people.
Yeah.
But that can be extra tricky. Speaking of triggers, because in this period right now, and you mentioned at the beginning that the moment of decides and everything, and I mentioned that Scorpio season, yet it's almost similar to Libra season. It's all or nothing. Like,
Yeah.
Seven of Cups is recently coming so much often.
How did you know I was gonna say that? Seven of Cups, nonstop. It's like we have options. We have to make a decision. We're not choosing. And so you're right. Seven of Cups has come up quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I totally get it. Huh. The near future,
And
Three of Wands. You and I talk about this all the time. Hi, Calliope. We talk about the Three of Wands all the time. That's that expansion, but it's also, again, people are sitting on the sidelines. I'll do it tomorrow, next week, next month. It's never the right time. Seven of Swords. Authenticity. If people are very afraid, and I'll put it to you this way, the divide that's happening. I mean, we know this for a while. This is nothing new that we're seeing it in our society of people arguing and fighting all these different sides. I'm so tired right now, and I don't even want to get into it too much because it's such a long conversation, but the bashing, the man bashing, the woman bashing, the this bashing, the that bashing, I'm so tired of it because it doesn't help anything. And when you talk about group, okay, there is safety in bashing because you feel like you're amongst like-minded people. Let's say you man bash or you female bash or you whoever bash. You feel safe in somebody else saying that they feel the same way. But then the problem is what it does is it perpetuates the entire problem and nothing gets solved. So therefore, it's useless because you cannot change the world. You can change yourself, but you cannot change the world. So we can't change the system from the top down.
With the Seven of Swords, I mean, that is
Yeah.
almost like the opportunity that you need to grab for yourself. Maybe that's the sign exit that you need to get out of the group.
Yeah.
The group is actually, what is the group? I'm not saying that the group are not okay.
Yeah.
They are okay, but not in a way of, I love to eat sweets. Let's eat like 5 kilograms of
Yes.
sweets today. No, not in that way. So basically, you maybe need to step out of your comfort zone because the groups are comfort zone.
Of course they
And
are. Strength in numbers, but strength in numbers isn't always a good thing because it can hold you back instead of pushing you forward.
Because as much as you get strength in the group, you don't
Yeah.
have the voice in the group.
Right. Yes.
Because they will say, you are in the group with that person, so basically you're the same.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think, yeah, it just really bothers me because it's not solving anything. It's just perpetuating the problem. And
Yeah.
and not everybody wants to ascend. Not everybody wants the best for other people. So sometimes people will give you bad advice. Friends will give you bad advice to keep you in the energy that they like you. Family will keep you in an energy where they like you. And that's why it's very hard. Now, I've said this about Thanksgiving. American Thanksgiving is coming up. I mean, there are people who love spending time with their family and friends, but they also dread it. Why? Because then you start having arguments. You have disagreements about politics. You have to talk about your dating life or your relationship, or you've got to make decisions and you're asking what their opinions are. Don't ask for their opinions. Just do whatever you want to do. Because the second you start asking for opinions and getting into the nitty gritty, all of a sudden you can be getting bad information or advice that keeps you stuck, not growing. Because people want to see you do well. They don't always want to see you do better.
Yeah.
That's my rant for the day. But like, it's nobody's business what you're doing. Do what you got to do for you, you know? And here, curtain call. It's showtime. It's showtime. Step onto that stage, shine, don't apologize. Yeah, reflection. I get it. Yeah. It's also self-awareness. It's a reflection, like looking in the mirror. It's about being self-aware, you know? And sometimes the mirror can trigger, right? Wow. All right, let's take a look at the suggested approach. What's going on here? What should we do? Search our soul. Try to find what we want, not what everybody else wants. Hi, Jazz. Makes sense, Shell? I appreciate it.
The judgment.
I think even Nick said that earlier, that he's been seeing the judgment card. It's a wake-up call. Like, it's really a wake-up call. All right.
Maybe we are in a processes and you know the judgment card is a bit like stagnant card. But you know it's actually the healing process is there, you know, it's almost like we get to the ultimate goal, which is the goal of this season.
Yes.
Not for a lifetime, not for who knows what, you know, we are here and now. And every single time when I see the judgment card, I always think of here and now. Now is the time to wake up. It's not tomorrow or
No,
day after.
it'll never
or
feel
next week.
right. Nobody will ever feel like it's the right thing to do. You just have to do it and see where it lands. That's really all you can do. And look at, I told you, friends card, friends, family, soul tribe, third person, too many chefs in the kitchen. Be mindful of too many, oh, interesting, dating.
I almost want to say, bring yourself out of on a date.
That's
With
the,
yourself.
I like that too. I like that too. Yeah.
That's really healthy. That's okay.
Of course it is. Of course it is. But I also think that people, I mean, this is just my personal opinion, Miro. You and I have talked about this many times. I talk about my journey and how far I've come and how did I get there. I got there by being triggered, by dating, by never stopping putting myself out there. And people have a hard time doing that because why? It's hard. It's hard. And so we have to go through the triggers and the mirroring with other people in order to see who we truly are, what we're willing to accept and not willing to accept. And so a lot of the advice that I give people is date, not because you have to be in a relationship. Don't ever misunderstand me. The goal is not, oh, I have to be in a relationship or somebody has to love me. It's that you have to learn to love yourself through being triggered in dating. That's, for me, what it comes down to.
100%. But not everybody is having that awareness. I mean, we didn't have that awareness at the beginning.
No.
When you get from that perspective. But, you know, I think that, you know, this card dating, that it says, okay, dating is dating. But,
Yeah.
you know, it's always about the symbolism. It's always about, you know, the simplicity. Healing, the judgment, healing card, wake up call to heal, to be in a union with yourself, with your masculine and feminine energy. So that's the thing about this season, in particular this season right now. I'm getting so much clients who are not in balance with the masculine and feminine energies.
Yes, I agree. You know what we were talking about the other day, Miro? And again, I could talk to you for hours. we were talking about that video that's been circulating about this love advice that referred to the movie 300. When, you know, the movie 300, when the messenger comes and basically says, okay, you surrender to us, or basically we're going to go to war. And basically that could mean that's it, done, right? And what does the king do? He looks to his queen, she gives him the okay, and this is Sparta, and kicks the guy into the pit, and war begins, which ultimately takes his life. But here's the thing. He chose her as his queen. He listened to her as an oracle, the feminine energy, and therefore he trusted in her, she trusted in him. In order for us to evolve, we have to feel safe, to trust emotionally in the 5D, the oracle, to then feel safe in the 3D. The problem is that we as people do not trust. So if we don't trust in the feminine energy to lead, so let's say a masculine energy or distorted masculine, we'll say, doesn't trust, or wounded masculine, doesn't trust in the feminine energy to lead, that feminine energy, or that queen, is never going to trust in the safety in a physical aspect. So if nobody's willing to trust, then tell me how we are going to get out of this. That's why I say you have to put yourself out there, because if you don't, nothing will ever change. And there are good people out there. I don't care what anybody says. There are 8 billion people in this world. You cannot convince me that 8 billion people are rotten and that everybody is terrible, because it's not true. It's just not true. So it's a tough energy we're in right now. So let's see, what do we need to know? Trust and take a leap of faith. There's the Fool card. Be a fool. Go for it.
The Empress.
Yeah. Birth a whole new cycle and be in that feminine energy. I love that. See, you can't make that shit up. Let's see what else. So the Fool card, somebody's saying no. I'm telling you. That's that. I heard, you know what I heard today? I was talking about this. The idea that somebody gives you all the reasons why no. No, I can't do this because of this. I don't feel good with that. No, it'll never happen. If you tell yourself no, you're going to get no.
I'm laughing because you said I saw the cards and you just say like what did you say, avoid or something like that.
Yeah.
And I had the card saying escape.
Escape.
But it's
Avoiding,
avoid.
hiding, avoiding, blocking. Yeah. And this is the no card. Somebody's blocking their way. They don't want to put down the bridge, right? Or oh, thank you so much, Words. I appreciate that. That's very kind of you. But it's a tough one, you know?
Maybe we all need to say no and escape from the old pattern, to say
That's
no
true.
to old version of ourselves and become this fool and
Hi, Shauna.
become this the Empress energy.
Yes.
Because after all, we are living in the system, in the world that is trying to suppress us, that is trying to, make us so irrelevant, yet we are the most important.
Yes.
When it comes to individuality, like all and every single one person, one soul that it's like looking and listening to this,
Yeah.
you all matter. That's the point. But they are actually like giving us that actually the lack of everything. And that's the reason, like, why they try to manipulate us. I'm not trying, being against the government and things like that.
No, I understand.
No politics.
No, I understand.
But in a way of, like, what we are having in front of us is going to shape us. Everybody's watching TV, everybody's on TikTok, everybody's on media, everybody's everywhere. And yet, what kind of content do you see, do you watch, do you absorb? Because we are channels, we absorb absolutely everything. And when you absorb negativity, obviously that you are going to have, the lack of self-esteem, self-love, self-respect, self-this, self-that, because you live in lack. You live in that moment, like, where you're realizing, I can't have it,
Yeah.
So we just need to change the perspective and escape or say no to that version of us who is maybe sitting and doing nothing. I want to start doing this. Okay, next Monday. When is that Monday happening?
Yeah.
When is that Monday? When it comes today?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's something that was on my mind when it comes to this Empress energy, because Empress is now like 5D is breaching, is literally like having that moment of explosion, and it's literally going to come down to 3D so fast that it's really huge question mark who is going to grab the Seven of Swords, which is like grab the opportunity for yourself
Yeah.
to become the real
Yeah,
empress.
be authentic. And it's kind of like going back to what I said a moment ago, and I don't mean to harp on this topic, but it's really a pet peeve of mine. And that is, if I'm scrolling and all I see is bashing, again, man bashing, woman bashing, doesn't matter. I think to myself, if you're consuming content that is constantly like bashing people or bashing dating or bashing love or relationships, what do you think happens to yourself? You become hardened. You become part of the collective bashing and arguing and pointing out all the negative. And it's very hard to go against the grain, because what do you call that? You call that mob mentality. When you have a group of people that all have this hatred or this anger or whatever, yeah, it's a reinforced mindset, because what it's doing is it's saying, oh, you feel that way too? Oh, I feel that way. I feel triggered. I feel hurt. Oh, I don't want to put myself out there. I'm going to stay single forever. I'm going to shut myself down, because there's strength in numbers for other people to say that, but it doesn't actually solve the problem. Walls are the issue. Boundaries make you flexible, because walls are going to keep you stuck. It's not going to make anything better for anybody. So I think that's when I'm hearing you is like, I can think of those specific examples, because what do people talk to us about, Miro? Love. We talk about it all day. And so I feel like if we're consuming bad content that it reinforces those things, how is anything going to change? It's not going to make it better. Right? That's why motivational things don't always stick with people, because it means you actually have to go against the grain. You have to do something that's different than other people, and it's very hard to do that, right? So let's see the hope and or fear. What are we dealing with? The moon, purging, surrendering, and letting go. That's the
With the
thing.
Three of Pentacles, ascension, evolution, upgrade, level up,
Yeah,
union.
yeah. Collaboration. Like-minded people in a positive sense. Like, surround yourself with people who make you feel good or who encourage you, not people who drag you down. Or ever notice, like, here's a perfect example. Do you ever have a friend that complains, and I know everybody has a friend like this, complains, right? And then the moment you start doing well at something, they don't interact with you anymore, because you're not there to commiserate with. Like, you're not there to partake in the same kind of energies. Maybe you used to, but when you're doing something different, they don't want anything to do with you anymore, because they feel the separation. And either they try to pull you down or they disappear completely.
It's a funny thing, because I wanted to mention the example of a friend.
Yes.
That happened tonight. Like I said to my friend, like, you can come over if you want,
Yeah.
like, and I'm calling her to see, what's happening, because she's
Yeah.
not responding to my messages, to my calls
Yes.
at all.
Yes.
Approximately around 2 weeks. I was like, what's wrong? Are you okay?
Yeah.
First
Yeah.
of all,
Yeah.
She says, I'm not for company. I don't feel well. Nothing is working. I don't have time to work. I don't have time to this. I don't have time for anything. I'm so nervous. And I was like, okay, have a nice night. Like, catch up soon, and that's it. Like,
Yeah.
And it's really funny. Like, I set up the intention, like, in a positive state of mind, and she answered with a negative.
Yes.
And what happened, because I was actually like improving a little bit of that positivity and everything, because everything
Hi,
happened
Pam.
during the day, it was
Yeah.
literally the moment, like, I was calling her, like, maybe before I actually enter in your live,
Yeah.
to see if she's going to, like, call me or answer. She's sleeping. So
Right. I hate to say it. Oh, it's good to see you too, Pam. Sending you lots of love. I think in those situations, what's really hard, and I've been there myself, you have to let that friend, I don't want to say let them go, but you just have to let them be, in the sense that I know that feeling of being tired of chasing it, and wanting that reciprocation. And unfortunately, sometimes it just is what it is. Nothing bad happens between the two of you. It's not like there's a fight between the two of you or whatever. It just is that energy just shifts. And if you want to be in your own positivity, you have the right to do that. If you want to be in your own negativity, okay, you have the right to do that, but I don't want to be a part of it. Like, I don't need that to affect me. I can't stop my life or dim or apologize if I want to do something to better my situation.
Or to try to fix that to another
Oh,
person.
can't fix that.
You
No,
don't want that. So
no, no.
I stopped fixing people. If they didn't ask me, you will not be fixed.
Yeah, no, I agree. And look at the rock bottom card. I've been talking about this card for a long time, and that is, you almost have to hit that low. And you've heard me say it umpteen times, Miro. People think they've hit a low. And the way I know they've hit a low is if they will not entertain the same thing again. You will never entertain what hurts you if you have truly hit a low. You will say, I'm not doing it anymore. Like, what does it take to hit that point?
I got the science card.
How many signs do we need? Right? How many tower moments do we need before we make the decision? It's like playing chicken with the universe, is how I describe it.
Yeah.
Like, isn't it true? Like, it's like, who's gonna react first, me or the universe? Like, is it like, my dad used to always say, you can only go to the bank so many times until that, and hi, Taro, until that tower moment. You gonna come join us again? Until that tower moment happens. And I know what that feels like. You know what that feels like. We've talked about our tower moments. Sometimes they're worse than others. You don't know what you're gonna get. So that's the playing chicken, right? And so the probable outcome right now, based on this energy, you know what's so beautiful? Six of Pentacles, equal giving and receiving and balance. And funny, playing chicken. Oh my God. Playing chicken, and I get the chicken card. I get the chicken, the rooster, chicken.
Six of Cups.
6, equal giving and receiving and balance. But Six of Cups can be nostalgia, but it can also be victory. It can also be a wish coming true, working through the wounds.
Feminine ancestors
Yeah.
as well. Gifts.
Oh my gosh, if I could show, I wish I could show you all. There's a romantic moment going on over here with my two cats where Karma has her arms around Taro's neck and she's like grooming him. But she does have her back paw in his neck just in case he needs a little kick. So they are in quite the moment here. Oh my gosh. It's like I couldn't even move the camera if I wanted to, but if you guys could only see, it's so funny. Oh my gosh. So Six of Pentacles, equal giving and receiving. That's what's going on over here. It's going to turn into a scrap at some point, probably. Oh, the cufflinks. I like that energy. That is well put together. Well put together. Illuminate. I like that. You know, this also says indulge, luxury, attention to detail, excellence. So something that is abundant could be illuminated.
Thank God, in the probable outcome, we are actually like getting to the same page. And what is on the bottom of the deck?
Of this one, the inventor card, which actually is not inventor. I don't like that it says inventor because underneath it says innovation. And inventing is different than innovation. That's why it contradicts itself. Because we want to innovate, new and improved. We're not here to reinvent the wheel. We're here to improve ourselves. The Fool. There you go. Beautiful. Trusting and taking a leap of faith. And guess what? Two of Wands, leaving the comfort zone.
And over here.
Letting go. Finality. Magic with Miro, as always. Seriously, you can't make that up. And I'm so happy that you were able to join me. Unfortunately, I have to run because I have volleyball tonight. And I got food at my door waiting for me. But I'm so happy, Miro, to see you. Honestly, it's always so nice when we catch up and deep conversations. I love it.
Thank you for having me. Enjoy, beautiful people. Focus on yourself, focus on your feminine energy, and everything's going to be okay. Tower is there only to
Yeah.
get rid of our boundaries that we're having for ourselves. So have an amazing day, night, morning, wherever you are in the world. Stay positive and
Yes, they're all saying thank you, Miro. It's so nice to see you. Even if they can't see you, they can hear you, and we have to do it again sometime.
we'll organize something.
Okay, sounds good.
Thank you, Kelly.
I
Bye.
love you. Okay, bye. Okay, everybody, I gotta get going because I gotta get ready for volleyball tonight. It's a busy night, but I'm gonna go get ready, have something to eat, and I'll talk to you all very soon. You're welcome. Always a good time. The replay for this will be on Instagram and YouTube. I'm having steak and vegetables for dinner. Although it's at my door right now, so hopefully it's not too cold. But I'm glad you enjoyed it, Lynn. Yes, Miro is an amazing friend of mine, and we love pulling cards and talking together. So thank you everybody for being here. As always, I appreciate you, and I will see you all very soon. Okay? Thank you. Take care, Matt. Thanks, Shell. Hasnain, thank you. Susan, thank you. I'll talk to you all soon, Instagram. Okay, bye, guys. Okay, YouTube, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you to my moderators. I appreciate it. Adelia, thank you so much. Take care. Bye, Becca. Why not live stream that? Everything is live streamed. It's just I'm on 3 different devices or 3 different platforms at once. So it is going to be the recording of this will be on YouTube and on Instagram. Okay? Take care, everybody. Okay.